Magandang araw po muli. Ngayon po ay pag-aaral po natin sa araw na ito ay tungkol sa introduction to quadratic functions. So, dito na po formally mag-uumpisa or dito na po i-introduce yung formally i-introduce po yung quadratic functions. So, bago po tayo magsimula, kailangan po nating malaman muna ang definition ng quadratic functions. So, base po sa nababasa ninyo, a quadratic function is a function that can be described by equation of the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. The highest power of the independent variable x is 2. Kung mapapansin po ninyo, medyo familiar po yung mga yung ilang terms dyan. Tulad po ng ito, ayan, ax squared plus bx plus c. Kung maalala po ninyo, ito po ay una nating na-discuss doon po sa topic na quadratic equations. Yun pong tinatawag po natin na standard form. Ang pagkakaiba nga lang po, imbis na 0 po ang ginamit natin ngayon, y. So meron po tayong dalawang variable, ang tinatawag natin na independent variable. Usually ito po yung x at yung dependent variable or yung y. Tapos meron po isang condition, a, b, and c are real numbers. So familiar na po tayo dyan. Na-discuss na po natin yan sa quadratic equations. And of course, a is not equal to 0. The highest power of the independent variable x is 2. Yun po yung isa sa mga mahalagang component ng quadratic functions. Now, there are different ways on how to represent a quadratic function. So tatlo, yung una ay yung equation. So it can be represented by an equation, by a table of values, yun yung pangalawa. At ang pangatlo naman po ay yung graph. So quadratic function in the form of an equation. Ito, magkakaroon tayo ng mga example. State whether each of the following equations represent a quadratic function or not. And papaliwanag ko po kung bakit po siya quadratic equation, bakit hindi. A quadratic function, sorry. So, let's begin with the first item. Y equals x squared plus 2. So, kung tatandaan po natin, if you are going to recall, ayan, yung mga naka-highlight po, yan po yung mga dapat na conditions. Kailangan nakasulat siya or not necessarily kailangan nakasulat. Kailangan pwede siyang maisulat in the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Ayan. Tapos, a, b, and c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. So, let's examine the first item. Is it written in the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c? Ano ba yung value ng a? So, ayan, nakikita na po natin, y equals na siya. So, wala na tayong problema sa part na yon. Tingnan natin yung value ng a. The value of a is 1. Ito po yung numerical coefficient ng x squared. The value of b is, so kung papansin po ninyo, wala po tayong middle term dyan, 0. So, 0 po yung ating b. Then c is equivalent to positive 2. Pagkatapos po, a should not be equivalent to 0. Obviously not. Obviously, yes, it satisfies the condition that a is not equivalent to 0. And of course, kailangan po the independent variable should have an exponent of 2. So ito po siya. Yan, exponent niya ay 2. So therefore, y equals x squared plus 2 is a quadratic function. Check. Number 2, y equals 2x minus 10. Agad-agad po natin mapapansin na yung ating variable ay mayroong exponent na 1. Doon pa lamang po, automatically, masasabi na po natin na hindi po siya quadratic function. So, ganun lang po siya kadali. Pangatlo, y equals 2 raised to x plus 2. The exponent is a variable. Ibig sabihin, hindi po siya quadratic function. Ang tawag po dyan ay exponential function. Exponential po kasi po yung ating exponent ay isang variable. Pwedeng magbago. While yung number 2, if I may recall or if I may just go back to number 2 is a linear function. Linear po in the sense that the highest exponent is 1. And number 4, y equals 3x squared plus x cubed plus, ayan po. Kaya, hindi po siya quadratic function, yung number 3. Next, number 4, y equals 3x squared plus x cubed plus 2. Una po nating titignan, kasi nga isa po siya sa mga pinakamahalagang components ng quadratic function, is yung ating variable. So yung x, ayan. Yung exponent po niya, so meron po tayong dalawang exponents dyan, 2 at saka 3. Since 3 is the highest degree variable or that is the highest exponent that the function has, automatically, this is no longer considered a quadratic function. Ang tawag po dyan ay isang cubic function based on the word cube, meaning the exponent is 3. And of course, number 5, ayan. Medyo kakaiba siya sa lahat or doon sa naunang 4. But, again, pwede po natin i-transpose yan. So, pag transpose po natin sa kabila, magiging y equals, ayan, this. Hindi ko po muna sinulat agad, but we are going to expand. We are going to apply the FOIL method. Ayan. So we have x squared plus 3x. Then multiply. That will become negative 3x. Then multiply ulit dito yung last terms. That's negative 9 plus x squared. Let's simplify. Collect similar terms. X squared plus x squared equals 2x squared. Three x minus 3x, that will be 0, minus 9. So let's again ask the question. Is y equals 2x squared minus 9 a quadratic function? By examination, dahil ang highest degree variable natin ay 2 at ang value ng a ay hindi naman equal sa 0, meron naman po tayong real values for a, b, and c. So therefore, this is a quadratic function. So ayan po, this is the first way to represent a quadratic function. And that is in the form of an equation. Yung pangalawa po ay yung tinatawag natin na table of values. Familiar po kayo dito, lalong-lalo na kung ang i-recall po natin ay yung pag-graph. Kasi po isa po ito sa mga requirements para magkaroon po tayo ng graph. Dito po natin na kinukuha yung mga coordinates ng ating mga points. So let us say we are going to take one of the given here, y equals x squared plus 2. Okay. Y equals x squared plus 2. So let us say x is negative 3. Ang gagawin po natin ay magsusubstitute po tayo ng mga values sa ating quadratic function. So, and we have negative 3 squared. Nagsusubstitute na po tayo. Plus 2. This will give us y. Nagmumukha na siyang 4. Y equals 9 plus 2. This will give us 11. So, ibig sabihin, if the value of x is negative 3, the value of y will be 11. And at the same time, kung ang value ng x ay positive 3, ayan, dahil ini-square po natin siya, magiging 9 pa rin po siya, and 9 plus 2 will still be 11. So, ayan po, yun po yung ginagawa. Nagsusubstitute lang po tayo ng mga values. Sinusubstitute po natin yung value ng x dito po sa ating quadratic function. So, pwede nyo pong gawin yan sa calculator, direkta na po, or you could just manually solve for the value of y. So, this will become 2. This will be 3. Pwede nyo pong sundan yan gamit ang calculator. And this will be 6. Ayan. So, ano nga bang pinagkaiba? Or paano nga ba natin madidistinguish kung ang isang table of values ay nabibilang or isang representation ng isang quadratic function? Pwede po natin siya i-graph, but what if kailangan po natin siya gamitin as it is? So, gagawin po natin, let's take the difference of the values of y, the adjacent or yung mga magkakasunod na values of y. Ang mahalaga po dito, please take note of this, kailangan po ang ating values ng x ay magkakasunod din. O kung makikita po ninyo, negative 3, and we have negative 2, and magkakasunod po yan, negative 1, 0. Pwede rin pong 2, 4, 6, 8, so on and so forth, as long as the common difference is a constant. So, let's do this. And kunin natin yung difference, 11 minus 6, that will give us 5. Okay, 6 minus 3, that will give us 3. 3 minus 2, that will give us 1. And 1, that will be 3. And that will be 5. Pwede po natin lagyan ng negative yan. If 2 minus 3 po ang gagawin po natin, and 3 minus 6, then 11. Now, we subtract ulit. So, magsusubtract po ulit tayo. 5 minus 3, that will be positive 2. 3 minus 1, that's positive 2. 1 minus negative 1, that's positive 2. Kung mapapansin po ninyo, naging constant na po siya. Negative 1 minus negative 3, that's positive 2. And negative 3 minus negative 5 is still a positive 2. Dahil naging constant na po siya sa ating second level. So, meron tayong dalawang level. Yung first level po natin, dito po. So, hindi po siya constant dyan sa first level. So, we proceeded with the second level. Ito po yun. Kung ilang levels po yung kinailangan para makakuha ng constant na difference between the succeeding numbers, yun din po yung ating exponent. So kung isang level lang po ang kinailangan para makakuha ng common difference, then therefore that is a linear function. Linear in the sense that the exponent is 1. Kapag kinailangan ng dalawa, the exponent will be 2. Okay, kapag kinailangan ng tatlong level, the exponent will be 3 and so on and so forth. So ganun lamang po yung technique para sabi po natin kung anong klaseng function ang nire-represent ng table of values na binigay. Pangatlo, in the form of a graph. Again, let's make use of this. Let's plot the points. So negative 3, 11. Negative 3, 11. Here we go. Okay. Then we have negative 2, 6. Negative 2, 6. That is negative 2, 6. Then we have negative 1, 3. Negative 1, 3. Nandito po. Then 0, 2. Sorry. Wala po dyan. 0, 0 pala yan. Okay. So 0, 2 nandito po. Then we have 1, 3. Ayan. Then positive 2, positive 6. Then 3, 11. Okay. Then let's connect the points. So na-discuss na po ito sa previous na topic kasi po kinailangan natin siya para makapag sorry, dapat pala straight line niya. Sorry. Kailangan pala solid line niya. Na-discuss na po natin ito sa quadratic inequalities involving two variables. Kasi po sabi ko po sa inyo, this is a requirement para po makapag-graph ng quadratic inequalities involving two variables. So here we go. That is the graph of a quadratic function. Ang tawag po sa graph na yan ay parabola. I hope mayroon po kayo na tutunan sa ating discussion. If you have questions, please write them in the comment section. Kapag meron po kayong mga gusto i-request na topic, pwede po kayo, basta po related po sa junior high school mathematics or pwede rin po pati sa elementary. Ayan. Please write them down in the comment section. Tapos susubukan po natin gawa ng paraan para makapag-present po tayo ng topic na yon. See you po sa susunod na video tungkol sa math. Specifically, Mathematics 9. Salamat po.